And here we are back in the Key Centre, Sydney Olympic Park, and we are ready for the next match coming up, which will be men's doubles, where we will see the top seeds from Indonesia, ANGRIAWAN and Hardianto, up against Manu ATTRI and Smith Reddy of India. And here we've got the draw. As you can see, of course, it's the top end of the draw, as the top seeds have made it into this semi-final, just like what they did last week in New Zealand, where they also got to the semi-final and later on to the final. Here the players are coming onto court. There's the Indonesian pair coming out first, followed by the Indian pair. And the head-to-head, and as you can see, this is the first meeting between the two pairs. So nothing to go by from past performance. And I think this can be a very interesting match. We're going to watch here very soon. And in the picture here is ANGRIAWAN with the headband and his partner Hardianto shaking hands here with everyone. The two Indian players is Manu ATTRI is the shorter one of the two, and Reddy is the tall, skinny one.
Manu, Reddy, Manu ATTRI. White, blue, white, blue, white.
This side?
This side. Yeah. Serve or receive. Service. Ready, ready, serve. Submit, receive.
We will be changing ends here before we get the match on the way. As you can see, Manu ATTRI here, and here we've got Barry ANGRIAWAN, age 26. They're ranked 17 in the world at the moment. The highest they have ever been is 14, and that was in January this year. And here comes his partner, Hardianto. And he's 25 years old, and of course this partnership has reached the highest of 14 in the world just in January. On the way here, it's been very comfortable all the way, been winning in 2 straight games, and only the longest match was yesterday against 2 Japanese players, 21-10, 21-18 in just 30 minutes. Coming on to the opponents, the 2 Indian players. We've got Manu ATTRI here, 25 years old, ranking 28. The highest they have been is 17 in the world, and that happened on the 21st of January 2016. And his partner here, Smith Reddy, is based in Hyderabad, is 26 years old and ranked 28, as this partnership has been a steady partnership for quite some years already. The way to this semi-final was comfortable for the first 2 rounds, but the quarter-final yesterday against their compatriots from India went all the way. So 17-21, and then winning 19 and 18 in 51 minutes. And here we have the umpire, Jean-Philippe Burgess, and he's from New Caledonia. And we have Cynthia Tam, again from Australia.
Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Manu ATTRI and Sumit Reddy, India. And on my left, Berry ANGRIAWAN, Hardianto, Indonesia.
So good to hear there's good support from either side.
Berry ANGRIAWAN to serve.
I think we are on to have a good match here.
Sumit Reddy. Love all. Play. One love. Two love.
So good start for Indonesia here. 3 love up.
3 love.
No rallies so far. Been very simple. It's all about the service situation, the serve, the return, and then that third shot we're talking about so often, the interception at the net, most likely, to get the rally going. But here we have the first one. Good play by Hardianto. Strong smash, straight smash.
4 love.
Putting Reddy out of position and then able to dent his defense. And the rally length was 30 shots, and obviously the longest of the match so far. But let's see if that can be topped by another one later.
Service over. 1-4.
So India on the scoreboard, 1-4. I always like to watch this Indian pair. I think they're so energetic. They're really trying their very best at any given time. And it's wonderful to watch. I like it a lot. So catching up now. 3-4 love down. It's back to 3-4, so it's not so bad anymore. If we go on some results for the Indian pair first. This year, they just last week got to the quarter-final where they lost to a pair from Thailand quite comfortably. 2 games, didn't really play and perform that well. And in Indian Open, it was a Super 500 tournament. They also lost the quarter-final, but that was to Gideon and Sukamulju, the world #1 at the moment, and that was a very tight, which was 21-19, 21-19 in that quarter-final. The pairs were qualified for the Olympics in Rio 2016, and that is the only men's doubles pair from India ever having done that. In 16, they won the Canadian Open, and they won the Mexico Open in 15, and the Dutch Open. They were runners-up in 2015.
Service over. 5-6.
Yeah, that's wide.
Service over. 7-5.
Can't really afford to make these service mistakes. We all know how crucial it is, but of course it happens. You cannot control it 100%.
Service over. 6-7.
If we look at the #1 seeds from Indonesia, they moved up 4 rungs on the world ranking from last week to this week after being in the final last week in New Zealand. They were 21 and today they're 17. On the destination to the World Tour finals at the end of the year in December.
8-7.
This pair is number 11 now, and last week they were 24, so they have moved up quite a lot in order to try to qualify for those finals at the end of the year. Apart from the New Zealand Open last week, they got to the semi-final of the Thailand Masters. Also this year, where they lost in 2 games. 8-all. Lots of statistics here, matches, info. And back to the match. 8-all. Now 9-8 for the top seeds. Yeah, that's what I say. Very, very energetic. Had a few opportunities there, ready to put it away, but did not manage. Let's see if we can do this one. No. And that's going wide. I don't know if we top the 30 shots, but let's see what the statistics are saying. But what a good rally. Lots and lots of opportunities for the Indian combination here to finish it. Somehow they did not manage, and then a more or less simple lift. And we got it here, the confirmation, 54 shots. So by far the longest rally of the match so far. And once again, the umpire is really trying to keep the players on court, only to towel down very shortly, no drinks, get on court. 10-8 for the top seeds, possibly only 1 point away from the mid-game interval.
Service over. 9-10.
Good block shot there. Very nice block shot. Forcing the lift.
10-all.
And after a little bit of a shaky start, the Indian pair is now back all square, 10-all. Well finished by ANGRIAWAN here. Good interception at the net. Make it look so simple. And 11-10 up in just 8 minutes.
boleh nggak kenceng udah gampang. Dulu nggak boleh kenceng dulu aja. Kalau misalnya enak kenceng, kalau enak asal dorong dulu aja. Ya satu. Lo waktu di sini bisa jangan kenceng, apalagi yang itu yang lurus. Kalau laptop dia paling cuma pelan banget ya. Katakan enak juga, kalau enak angkat dulu aja. Ya. Nah, kalau lu saya berdua sama yang itu, sama yang lurus makan panjang. Pasti panjang.
Court 1 20 seconds. Court 1 20 seconds.
Let it go long. First, second, third,
Players on court. Hey! Oh! 11-10. Play. 12-10.
So this Indian pair is going to represent India in the Thomas Cup in 8-9 days time in Bangkok. Amongst the men's doubles pairs that's been selected. However, it looks like India is going to be a little bit dented as a team, as the big star Srikanth is not going to play in men's singles. I just don't know what the reason is, but I just saw it today that he's not able to participate for the team this year. That's good work by ATTRI here, following up.
Service over.
Solid work.
11-12.
Third time lucky, got it down.
Service over. 13-11.
There's no point for Sumit Reddy to ask the umpire to change the call. He could just have asked for a challenge. But I'm quite sure that was going too long on the baseline, so not to be disputed. So 13-11 up for Indonesia. Once again, ANGRIAWAN finishing it at the net.
14-11. Quick. Service over. 12-14.
So once again closing the gap here.
13-14. Service over. 15-13.
So it's a fantastic tradition in the men's doubles in Indonesia. They have world number 1 in Gideon Sukamuljo at the moment, and then they have a pair number 12 and this pair number 17. What interesting, of course, is that they have chosen Hendra Setiawan and Muhammad Hassan, who is 51 on the world ranking, as their option in the Thomas Cup coming up, and I think that's a very wise choice. Former world champions, played awesome badminton, back together. I'm sure they can give Indonesia the edge in many of the matches to be played.
Hardianto challenges called out.
So that shot is called out at the baseline. We have a challenge. So let's see if Indonesia will be successful. And I think they are. It's actually in. That was a good call, good challenge.
Correction in. Service over. 16-14. Play. Service over. 15-16.
Reddy definitely not
Service over.
happy with that defensive shot.
17-15.
Getting the first one back, but the second one did not go the way he wanted it. Yeah, imagine Indonesia is so strong in the men's doubles that this player who is 17 in the world and their player number 3 is not chosen to go to play the Thomas Cup because they feel they have even better
15.
men's doubles players than that. So a lot of nations would be happy to have such a depth in the men's doubles.
Service over. 16-18. Be ready quicker.
As it happens so often before, you work, you got the attack, you got everything you need, and then suddenly you have to give it away. Here, you give that initiative away, and one smash, you can't get it back. 19-16.
Manu ATTRI, towel only. Towel.
And here we had the longest rally so far, all the way 70 points. Sorry, 70 shots. That's quite amazing in men's doubles when you consider the pace and power. Yeah, that's a simple one to put away. ANGRIAWAN once again very efficient at the net. That interception. So game point coming up. See, that's what I'm looking at. I'm really trying to look at how this Indian combination can penetrate the defense of the two Indonesians, and they have to play ankle shots like that. Going down that center, the Indonesian player is just simply too strong for that. You have to find the angles. Trying to find another angle here. A mistake was made.
First game won by ANGRIAWAN.
And first game going to the top seed, ANGRIAWAN and Hardianto from Indonesia, 21-17 in 18 minutes. And here comes the highlight of this first game.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Thank you. Sir. Hardianto. Sir.
Oh, my Bahasa Indonesia is not strong enough to be able to translate anything whatsoever. But it looks like the Indonesian pair is quite comfortable, 21-17 in that first game.
Second game.
But let's see if the Indian pair opposite now
Play.
can raise the game a little bit and put them more under pressure.
Service over. 1 love.
Yeah, that's good play by ATTRI. That's a cheeky shot. Playing short. On a short shot when the opponent's standing all the way up there and covering the net, but he played it with perfection. Yeah, that's possibly the difference between the two pairs at the moment. The fact that when the Indonesian pair is really getting the opportunity, like what we see here, they are not letting their opponents out of trouble. They finish it, they score the points, where especially when we look at the Indian combination, Sumit Reddy has not really scored a lot of points. He's working hard, he's hitting as well as he can, but he still needs to have some more quality into it.
On court 2, women's doubles, semi-final. Misato Arakawa and Akane Watanabe, Japan. By Hana and Lee Yu, Korea.
Service over.
Umpire
3-all.
Bangladesh. Service judge, Veronica Jukua, New Caledonia.
Yeah, that was a good return of serve by Hardianto, deep into that backhand corner.
4-3.
This one here is opening up. Look at the center, suddenly wide open there, and partner ANGRIAWAN is putting it in just the way it should be, right in that middle. Good work from the back by Hardianto.
5-3.
Keeping it quite solid.
Play.
Yeah, look at how they move Reddy on the baseline from side to side, making sure that he's not having the perfect situation when he's going for the attack. And once again, having a good opportunity here at the net for interception. Missing it just. And you can see he's really not happy with it. Very understandable. First one, and then that second one he didn't get. Just missed it by a whisker. Here we had the rally length of 38 shots, but still far away from our 70 shots as the highest score of this match so far.
7-3.
the points are coming fairly simple onto the Indonesian side here. 8-3. India really have to start doing something to stop this train, otherwise it will be too little too late. 9-3. They really have to stop it now, close the gap, get to 7 or 8 points before the mid-game interval to give them a chance. I think that's short.
New challenge.
The challenge is coming, but I think it's short.
Belly, ANGRIAWAN. Challenge is called out.
Yeah, that's way too short of that service line.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 4-9. Play.
Now they have to watch out. Got out of trouble there. Well played by the Indian combination. Got really out of trouble. Of course, they still have to get out of this one as well. And they can't get it on the floor. Trying very hard. It's becoming a patient game here. 10-4 for Indonesia.
10-4. Can you stay on court? Stay on court.
Once again, I think the umpire is
Stay on
right.
court. Be ready.
Making sure that we're not wasting time. It's possibly only 1 point away from the mid-game interval. So the umpire is doing really well here to keep the game going. Continuous play. Well done.
Service over. 5-10.
Yeah, that's the angles I'm looking for. Either very steep ankle or cross-court angles. And otherwise, it's becoming too simple to defend it. So this is important points for India.
Service over. 11-6 interval.
So going into the mid-game interval, 11-6. Indonesia's up 11-6. And that took only 11 minutes, so we played so far 29 minutes in total.
Kalau bolanya jauh dalam bola ke yang kirinya. Tapi nggak kalau lebih bagian tuh dia kan masih flashing tuh. Tapi yang depan enak kotok enak taruh lagi kalau enak. Pas sekali bola nggak bisa bola.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Be ready. On court. 11-6. Play.
So ready to continue this match. 11-6, second game. Indonesia won their first game 21-17. Good return of serve here by Reddy.
Service over. 7-12.
As mentioned earlier, they really have to do some catching up here. 3 points, 10-12. That will help an awful lot. That was one.
8-12.
It's 9-12. There's light at the end of the tunnel for this Indian pair.
Service over. 13-9.
And this return is going long.
14-9.
Good effort, catching up to 9 points.
You change your racket. The racket is not broken. Stay on court. Stay on court.
Change the racket.
The string is not
No,
broken.
the grip is not good.
The grip seems all right. So you stay on
can't play
court.
with that grip.
The racket is okay. You have to stay on court.
Yeah, that's an interesting call. The strings are not broken, therefore you cannot change the racket. But Sumit Reddy is obviously claiming that the grip on his racket is
Service over.
not good enough anymore. And
10.
I guess he could have a point about that. They have definitely not been looking like time wasting. And it's going far too long.
Service over. 15-10.
And it's a commanding lead now by Indonesia, 15-10. Good defense by Reddy. Yeah, good angle, trying to find a good angle there by Reddy. Another good angle there. Still did not have the power to get it down. And once again, Indonesia's winning in that flat play. The flat drives. Indonesia is a very strong combination when it comes to that.
Change your racket, but quickly. No delay.
So this time the umpire allows Sumit Reddy to change his racket due to the grip probably getting too slippery.
No.
Oh, he slipped there. But everything is good, it looks okay, no problem. But he really slipped there, and a lucky net caught there by Hardianto, making it 17-10.
Change your racket. Shuttle.
what can happen sometimes when you try to overdo your shots, try to get as much power into it as possible. The timing goes off, and this is exactly what happened here. Trying to look at it, and it's landing right in front of him. 18-10. That's it. That's the way it should be. Well played.
Service over, 11-18. 12-18.
And once again, ATTRI is playing this risky shot at the net and gets away with it once again. So some simple points here.
13-18.
They're moving ANGRIAWAN really well on that baseline.
14-18. Players, stay on court.
4 points in a row here. It looks so much better. Can they close the gap even further? That's trouble. The lift was too short, too flat. Gives extra power for ANGRIAWAN here
19
to finish it.
14.
Just 2 points away from a place in tomorrow's final. Now just 1 point away from that final
20
tomorrow afternoon.
14.
He didn't get it over. It was a good attempt by Hardianto.
Be ready.
Good serve by REDDY, and here it comes. 21-15. And the Indonesian top seeds are safely in to tomorrow's final. And the confirmation here, 21-17, 21-15 to Berry ANGRIAWAN and Hardianto against ATTRI and Sumit REDDY of India.
21-15.
So this pair really not under pressure in this semi-final. They played well, very solid, good attack, good defense, and obviously, as we saw, the Indian pair was not really able to penetrate the good defense of the two Indonesians. So we are off to all the highlights of this match, and they are coming up very soon.